Yo, ladies and gentlemen, MMA Reloaded is back on YouTube. And yes, you may have recognized the surroundings. I am in the bathroom. But does that stop me? Hell no, it does not. You know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? It don't stop me, nothing stops me. Because MMA Reloaded keep ticking anytime, any place. So, I don't know where to start off. The first YouTube video of 2019. And I gotta say, man, I have to say, what a year it was, 2018 in the UFC. In MMA. The signing of Ben Askren, you had Henry Cejudo, rise to prominence. TJ Dillashaw ended the long-standing rivalry with Cody Garbrandt. You had the return of John Jones right at the end of 2018. You had classics. UFC 230, we saw the whole year was sort of built around one man, and that one man was Daniel Cormier. 2018 was his year, man. It was his year. It was the year that legends retired and new legends were made. Anthony Smith was made. Dominic Reyes was made. Donald Cerrone, record breaking. Chick stealing, blue collar, beer swilling, finger gesturing. Toughest SOB. We saw retirements. We saw how great fighters actually are. We saw how great Anthony Pettis can be. Nobody thought Anthony Pettis is a guy to get down and dirty, but he is. We saw Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. We saw a lot of shit. And I gotta say, that leads us to 2019. It leads us back to UFC Brooklyn, where the UFC kicked off the year and Henry Cejudo only needed 35 seconds to kick his year off. I have to say that what happened in that fight, Joe Rogan and Dana White both say that it was an early stoppage, Cejudo versus Dillashaw, but I don't think so. Cejudo was beating the shit out of TJ Dillashaw in that fight. He caught the angles of Dillashaw. He dropped him twice. Alright? He dropped him twice. When you drop a guy twice, usually the equilibrium is fucked, depending on how hard you hit them. Yeah? And coming back from any knockdown, you're only a human being. You're fucked up, man, against a top world-class guy like Henry Cejudo, who dethroned the undethronable in DJ. Don't sleep on him. I think 2019 he's going to be doing big shit for big people. That brings me on to Cain Velasquez versus Francis Ngannou. Now you got Cain Velasquez, Francis Ngannou. Now this fight, you have to think, is Cain Velasquez the same Cain Velasquez that was the baddest man on the planet? No, he isn't. I'll say that right now. No, he is not. Cain Velasquez will always have that skill. He will always have great training partners with him. But it's what's going on in here, what's going on in here, and what's going on in here. I've seen Luke Rockhold bring the fight, bring the pain, yeah, to Jason Jackson in AKA training videos. Now Luke Rockhold is in the prime of his career, but Cain Velasquez isn't. Cain Velasquez, I think, after the Fabricio Verdum fight, kind of like Anderson Silva, need to go back to the drawing board, need to say to people, you know what? I need to go back, I need to rethink, I need to re-strategize, I need to draw out my shit once again. That's exactly what he's did. Now, when Cain Velasquez meets Francis Ngannou, he's not only meeting up one of the most feared heavyweights, the guy I like to call the Cameroon Crusher, but he's meeting a guy who if you show any sign of weakness, he will take an advantage. And there is no doubt in hell that Cain Velasquez needs to bring back Cardio Cain. He needs to dissect Francis Ngannou. He needs to show the monster that he's still got a monster left in him. That brings me to the next fight night. UFC on ESPN 2. Live from Fortaleza, Brazil. Boy, that shit goes down. It goes down, esse vato, man. Let me tell you what. We go to Fortaleza. You have Jose Aldo in one hand. The greatest featherweight. The man who put the featherweight on the map. The man who held that fucking title for for nearly a decade. The man who joined forces with guys like Uriah Faber and Dominic Cruz and Renan Barão at the time, and made a division pop, made a revolutionary pop, which led to the flyweights, led to the women coming in and all that shit. I believe that was due in course to what Jose Aldo did and the legacy that D. Cruz, Uriah Faber left. Yeah? I think Jose Aldo is not done. Not by far. Retiring at the end of the year is complete bullshit. What? How old are you? What, 31? You want to retire at 31? You stupid son of a bitch. You're still one of the greatest fighters to ever live. We saw it against Jeremy Stevens. He was fighting rough, you get me? This guy fights rough. When he fights, you watch. When you blink an eye, he's gonna throw that body shot and you're gonna be dead. And that's the truth, with some cheese on it. But he's fighting Renato Moicano in this hand. Renato Moicano is one of the biggest, brightest, best, most talented and gifted studs I've ever had the privilege of fucking watching. He was the guy that was going to put the 13-0 in Brian Ortega at the time. It was 13-0. Come on. But he didn't. He got caught with a triangle when he should have kept it fucking standing, idiot. Yeah, he was actually winning the damn fight. He's the guy that brings the pain. He's the guy that brings beautiful destruction. He's the guy, man, that will lead the Brazilian featherweights. If Jose Aldo were to retire, Renato Moicano would be the next great Brazilian. No doubt. Charles Oliveira, another great Brazilian. Yeah, you got Charles Oliveira in there. But Charles Oliveira he's a veteran. He's a fighter's fighter. That's what Brazilians are. When they clash, there's going to be some respect. And there's going to be the fact of legend versus future legend. Which one prevails? February to something. A shit comes down and it goes down. You got UFC Phoenix, Fortaleza, you got Anthony Smith versus John Jones, you got Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva, Robert Whittaker and Kelvin Gastelum. Yes, I said Izzy and Anderson Silva. Are you thick? You got a guy, you got an idol versus a guy who idolized him. You have a legend versus a future legend. You have pace versus pace. You have swagger versus swagger. Brazil versus New Zealand versus New Zealand / Nigeria. You have one of the greatest, if not the greatest fighter of all fucking time, joining the likes of Muhammad Ali for boxing, Floyd Mayweather for boxing. Anderson Silva has been the greatest for generations. Israel Adesanya if he beats Anderson Silva. No. Chris Weidman wasn't the passing of the torch to Anderson. This is. Because Anderson's going to be fighting a guy just like him. 11 years. I think it's 11 years. 14 years younger than he is. And there is no doubt in my head what's going to go down. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been MMA Reloaded. Watch out, man, because February, April, May, March, whatever you want, whatever month you want, the UFC are going to be kicking ass all day, every day, baby. Peace.